Buddha, one who has awakened to their innermost courage, wisdom, and compassion. America, a land of hope and challenge. Today, members of the Buddhist organization Soka Gakkai International call forth their Buddhahood through the chanting of Nam-myoho Renge-kyo to overcome the difficulties of daily life and create a positive change in their communities. They are neighbors, parents, artists, teachers, everyday people. These are the real-life stories. Buddhist in America.
Before we get the slam started, we got a wonderful feature. He's a national slam finalist.
Yeah.
His name is G. Yamazawa. Yes. Give him a warm welcome as he comes to the stage.
Yo, I got a lot on my chest and it feels like I'm not at my best. When I follow my head instead of my heart, I fall and I slip and forget that I'm raw and I'm sick. But I guess I ain't calling it quits, then I wanna be G, right? Straight from the southeast side, born with a megaphone on each side of my jawbone. So I speak loud when I wanna defy anyone who reminds me of authority, abusing the power. I'm used to them cowards, I knew them in high school. Who would have fathomed that their student would pass and have numerous talents? Now the stewardess asking why I flew with an Aspen, pop two of them Aspens. Don't care if you Buddhist or Baptist, I'll show you who is the baddest with the truest of passions. Using the aspects of music and magic for moving the masses. My rap's doing too many hat tricks and backflips off of a Nubian mattress. Underdog straight with me your brackets. Ooh, I ain't swagger jacking. I won't rap like you, cause dog, I'm Asian. I eat cats like you.
My name is George Yamazawa Jr. I'm also known as G. I'm from Durham, North Carolina, also known as the Bull City. I was raised as a Buddhist. Both of my parents are Buddhist. Grew up chanting and didn't really pick up my own faith until I was around 17 years old. When I chant, I feel really, really empowered. I feel as if there's like nothing that can stop me. When I'm on stage, it's almost like the same kind of feeling in a different way. I feel like I'm really connecting to people, and I feel like at the same time I'm able to like get a lot of things out of me that I really, really need to get out, that I'm not able to get out anywhere else but on a stage, behind a microphone, in front of an audience.
You still had to teach me what it means to never give up no matter what, whether it's finishing a poem or surviving cancer. Dad, I promise, Bokukatsu, Zettai ni katsu, I will win. No matter what, I will win. How dare I resent the man that taught me how to pray when I know people who never had a father in the first place. I've been on this journey of kind of finding myself through writing poetry, and it all started with this poem right here. This poem is dedicated to my grandmother.
So my grandma, man, you know, in Japanese culture, like there's a huge respect for your grandparents, and being in America, I kind of never really got that growing up. And with my grandma being at home there every day and making me rice balls and cooking me this and really being there for me, and she's just a walking piece of history, and it's my history.
Dear Grandma, from my heart, you were at the hospital when I was born. There must have been something about 3 generations being in one room that made history seem tangible. So easy to touch, so easy to hold. There had to have been something about my baby cries that murmured the future, because every time I talk to you now, there's something about your whisper that just screams my ancestry. You see, my grandmother's frail fingers casually carry 87 years of her life, and her arthritis tells stories. Her index finger, crooked and gracefully, points me down memory lane to a time when I first saw her dance, first saw her hands painless, holding a traditional Japanese fan, moving crowds like wind, a 5-foot tsunami dressed in a kimono, face paint and culture. How beautiful to be able to tell stories with no microphone, no literary devices, just a choreographed version for a love for this stage and a connection to the people. It is a love that runs through my blood, free as 1,000 paper cranes, free as a cherry blossom in the spring, free as her ring finger without those rings. See, I've come to believe that a wrinkle is worth more than a diamond could ever be, cause her 3 marriages have died, but her pride still grows in her follicles. That's why her hair waves like a Japanese flag on the side of a kamikaze jet, knowing her life will crash on American soil. The other night, she held me tight, cried and said she was ready to die, but something inside told me she's not quite ready yet. But what do I say, huh? What can one possibly say about life to a person who has already seen the smirk on death's face? Her arthritis comes from his firm handshake. Her knuckles are too weak to open a jar, but still strong enough to carry her sanity in her palm. See, for the last 8 years that I've lived with her, I woke up to her prayers and fell asleep to her cooking. She would mend a rice ball like a broken heart and feed it to me in case I ever needed another one inside of my chest. I recently noticed that her feet are deformed from dancing on top of decades. I used to think we took our shoes off to help keep the house clean, but it's really to respect the land she walks on and remind myself this is not a nursing home. My daily dialogue is her assisted living now. I know why she always wants to make me food. Because watching me grow helps her feel more alive. See, you at the hospital when I was born, so count on me to be there for you when you die, Obachan. You have choreographed my respect for elders, and as long as I'm breathing, I will be dancing behind your face paint. Forget when you're gone. I want to remember you now. I want to walk through your wrinkles, get drunk off the wine you sip out of hourglasses every night, and bend my future arthritically but beautifully so that my life will remind others of your ring finger. I asked my mother, what's the one thing she would say about hers? And she said, she has experienced war. She has experienced lots and lots of struggles, you know? But she never be defeated.
My dream is just to reach as many people as possible through the practice, through this poetry, however that is. I never would have thought I'd be able to reach as many people as I have now. And so as the years keep going along, I want to get to a place like where I didn't even think I could be.
It will light up, it will surely light up, if you just believe.